Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine, and I'm the owner of Brown Sugar Skincare. I'm just going to get right into it. Today I will be making my Rose and Geranium facial serum. I use this every single day. It's just like my daily moisturizer on top of my actual moisturizer. I just like to be a little dewy and glowy all the time and look oily, so that's what I use it for. I do know a lot of people like to use it at nighttime as their hydration, to let it seep in overnight. That way they're not so oily in the mornings. But yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. It's a pretty simple oil to use. I will be giving you guys this recipe in percentage form. That way you can make as big or small of a batch as you want. But feel free to play around with these ingredients. You don't need to use them exactly as I do. Just follow along and you can tweak it if you don't like the smell of the geranium. Substitute it for something else or decrease the amount. Do whatever you guys want to do with this formula. This is just what I use. Starting off, you're going to need some scales or a scale. I do like to have two. This one goes down to a little bit more of a precise gram. This one goes down to 0.01 of a gram, and this one is just your standard, oh my god, it's disgusting, 0.1 of a gram. I do like to use this one especially for the geranium oil because it doesn't need as much, so I want to make sure I'm as accurate as possible. So yeah, you're gonna need this, some scales, a bowl. I do recommend pipettes just to get down to the exact drop of what you'll need, and you're just gonna need to mix them all together. It's honestly very easy. If you're wondering where to get high quality ingredients, I highly recommend New Directions Aromatics. They sell in a plethora of different sizes, along with their selection of oils is actually insane. Sometimes the prices are a little extreme, but you can find some gems. Starting off with my sunflower oil. Next up, I am pouring in my apricot. Don't forget to tare your scale so that you always start back at 0, so you don't forget where you were when you're pouring your ingredient. Next up is avocado. And then jojoba oil. And now I have my geranium essential oil. I personally love to use the Egyptian one. So now I switched scales. This one is my more accurate one. And for those that may not know, this is what a pipette is. Just pour it in. And like I said in the beginning of this video, you guys don't need to use every single ingredient to the exact measurement. If you want to, go ahead, absolutely. But if you don't like the smell of geranium, you can use any other essential oil. If you want a more calming, you can use lavender essential oil. There's so many different things that you can do with this recipe. So that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to put my rose petals in my bottles, and then I just pour this in and let it sit. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you're going to take your dried rose petals and put them in your jars. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. I just haven't figured it out yet. So here I am shoving a bunch of petals into this tiny little opening. Once your oil has sat for a little while, just to make sure everything is combined, it's, again, self-explanatory, pour it into your jars. I do have a filling machine. I just personally don't really like cleaning it, so I would much rather clean this little pouring cup and pour these oils by hand. It's not the end of the world for me. And now we are going to get into the skin benefits of all the oils. I personally love sunflower oil so much. It helps with prevention. It supports the skin's natural like moisture barrier. I've noticed that especially my face, it makes my skin a lot smoother, and it has antioxidant properties, and it's just 10 out of 10. Now jumping into apricot oil, this one I feel like is underrated. It's really high in vitamin E, and it boosts the skin's ability to retain elasticity and clarity. So I love this because it helps not with tightness necessarily, but your skin as it is right now, it'll help it maintain that elasticity, keep your skin smooth, prevent wrinkles, and all that good stuff. Now, avocado oil, of course, it's moisturizing and nourishing, but I like it personally because it's really good helping sunburnt skin, and it reduces the signs of aging, which we all want. It also relieves inflammation from things like eczema, psoriasis, and other types of skin conditions. So if you have like any problems on your face with extreme dryness, this oil is so good. And personally, why I would recommend that you keep this oil in the formula. And now the crown to top off all oils, this jojoba oil is just so good. It's the closest oil that matches your skin's natural sebum. So it's the closest oil to your natural skin oil. Like it's great. And this is also a great oil for eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, and things like that. And that is how I make my rose and geranium serum. If you've made it to the end of this video, I just wanted to say thank you very, very much for watching and for subscribing, because I'm just in this like content kick recently, so any subscriber means the absolute world to me. If you want to see how I make any of my other products, if you want to see what I make and what I sell, you can head over to my website at brownsugarskin.com, and you'll see everything. And if there's something that you're like, oh, I want that product but I don't want to buy it, I want to make it, then comment down below and I will probably make a formulating video on it. So I will see you guys in the next video.